So hi guys and welcome back to my team career mode 2.0 season 2, and if you haven't watched the last video guys, go and check it out. It was in Austria, amazing race, and we, spoiler alert, got P2 just behind Lewis Hamilton, weren't able to catch up to him, but we still got 53 points now for Yuki Tsunoda, and we are just behind Charles Leclerc with 5 points the gap between us, and obviously Jack Crawford is a little bit lower, and we are in P5 in the constructor, just in front of Williams and trying to catch up to Mercedes if we can for the P4. So let's just go into the upgrades because we need upgrades to catch up and fight with these guys. So let's just see, we have 2k or some to upgrade anything in the aero or chassis department. So we have 1.4k resource points, so we have to spend them sparingly. So let's just see what we can do. Obviously looks like an engine upgrade, exhaust, which is a major engine upgrade. That is the only thing we can buy that is going to give us significant performance. So we bought that. Let's just skip past the time, and we have some upgrades that has come in. But Jack Duman is interested to have advanced talks with us. That is honestly really cool. So let's just see what he wants to talk with us. And obviously I am not signing him. So let's just see. 2.96 the annual salary. Signing bonus is 330k. Obviously vehicle performance he wants is 5th. I mean, we are 5th in the racing index, but honestly guys, why should we hire Jack Doohan now when we have the money to hire somebody else? So that's why I am going for Carlos Sainz, if you didn't know. And if we can get Carlos Sainz, that will be amazing. And let's just go into another departmental upgrade, and we have staff incentives. And now even Yuki Tsunoda wants to do an advanced talks with us. That is honestly good because Yuki 82 rated, I think he is, so he will fit in very good in the driving lineup we are going for. So let's see, 10.4 million salary with 1 million signing bonus, we can do that, and 1 podium finish, for which we have already done. Hell, we have won a race in Bahrain, which was honestly amazing. At the end, Lewis Hamilton wasn't anywhere, but Max Verstappen and Senna was very far in front. We got a safety car, and at the end in Bahrain we had an amazing luck. So that's why it will be an easy contract negotiation with Yuki Tsunoda. So we are getting in all the upgrades we want. That is good. So now we are going to see what we can get in the upgrades. Obviously we have 2 different upgrades that has come in for the chassis. Obviously we have another upgrade for the aerodynamics, so we are going to buy that. And let's go in the chassis, and one of the upgrades have failed. That is not good because the next upgrade, which is the cockpit weight reduction, will take some time, and both of them will now come out after the British GP. So we have to give 1 to Yuki and 1 to Jack Crawford. So that is going to help us. Obviously look at that guys, we are the 6th best car on the grid right now. That might not be a good thing because in British GP we need all the pace we can get. So we have some money, and we have bought another on track instrumentation guys, because this will help us get some more performance out, because we will able to get the resource points in. And obviously after skipping past the time here, we are at the end. But let's just go for one time in the development. Let's see what we can do here. And we have exhaust that has come in, but they will come out after the Spa Francorchamps GP, and that too just in front, just before Hungary GP. And that is honestly not going to be fun because Hungary is a track where you need downforce, not power upgrades, but that doesn't matter. An upgrade is an upgrade. So with 1.5k resource points we have, let's see what we can buy here. Engine cover distribution, which is a weighted distribution, and we have bought that one. Now let's just see the performance we had in the last race. So we were 6th best car on the grid in the last race, and there we were able to get ourselves P2. So let's just see what happens in this race in the Silverstone GP. Obviously guys, I forgot to tell you that it will be a reverse British GP. So let's just select Jack Crawford and let's just go into the qualifying.
Welcome along everybody to a venue that was built for speed. Once an airfield, now one of the finest racetracks in the world. It's qualifying day here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix.
And into the qualifying of the British GP in reverse. Obviously the whole race, well, whole qualifying is going to be in wets. So let's just see what we can do. Obviously guys, in practice I wasn't really that fast, but I was fast enough to get at least, well, P6 or something like that. So let's just see what we can do on our first lap. Obviously guys, so a little difficult to judge because you always end up in the gravel. That gets annoying, but here we are in from Beckett's and Maggots. Obviously that is going to be the corners now because obviously they are in reverse, not Maggots and Maggots but Beckett's and Maggots. So we are out of it. But obviously guys, in rain, this is my first lap ever in rain in the British GP reverse. So that's why it's going to take us a little bit more time to get any kind of performance out of this car. So that's why I'm taking it very easy. 2 green sectors, just trying to get a time on board right now. Obviously the braking markers and everything doesn't really help because in the wet part of the track or wet part of the race, we have to decide where we want to brake, and everything matters on how much confidence you have. You, with the help of Racing 9, does not have the confidence to brake as late as I can, because you have to decide where the grip is without the racing line. So we are doing that, and in the second lap of Q1 we have done that. Look at that, in just first 3 corners we have gained 3 turns, and through stow, look at that guys, again getting a wheel spin there, too much wheel spin, but still we have gained 5 turns. So let's just keep on going with a second gain at the end, 1.1 second gain through the corners, and we have to do something guys because this might be the last corners we can do with 1.4 seconds gain and losing the time at the exit of Brooklyn. So obviously it might not be that difficult, but we are finding it a little difficult right now with 1.2 seconds gain through the final sector here. Obviously I am trying to keep it through the loop here. Obviously through village we are taking it very easy. If we cannot fight the car, you are not trying to fight the car, that is the main goal. Try to keep the car on the dry part of the track right now where the racing line is, and using everything we have, using all the battery, 1.9 seconds gain, and we go P3, and that should be enough, and that was enough to get ourselves into Q1. And here our teammate in P22, that is very bad, because I think we have the pace to at least get ourselves through Q1 now. But obviously Yuki Tsunoda wasn't able to do that. That is not good. So let's just go out and let's just see what we can do. Obviously the first lap on a used set of inters, and let's just see what we can do through the first sector that has been completed and through Beckett's and Maggots. Obviously guys, taking our time. This time we are taking it much nicer because obviously I know where the power I have to put and where the grip is this time. So we are getting faster and faster. But the thing is guys, the AIs are also getting faster and faster. So here in the final sector of the British GP reverse, look at how wide we went there through the loop. But I think guys, we can do something. Obviously I am not able to put the whole power down because obviously the car is sliding very much. It feels like it is on ice because, well, the performance is going to be a little difficult to pull out here guys, because obviously this is on a dry setup and we are in rain, so it's going to get a little difficult because there is no rain in the race. So that's why it is a little difficult right now. But guys, because I always put a little bit extra rear wing on my car for the race. This is actually helping us very much. So into the final lap of the Q2 here. Obviously we need a really amazing lap, and we are right now delivering it with 9/10 gain out of Brooklands. Obviously we are right now P10. We are on the cusp of getting out. So let's see, obviously skipping past a little bit the straight doesn't matter. So we are through the loop, and let's just go to the village, obviously pushing as much as we can, not leaving an inch on the track. That means we have gained 1.4 seconds into the final corner. Race to the line, not having used any battery because it was used. We go P2 just behind Lando Norris, and that seals us to get ourselves into Q2. Well, for fighting chance into Q3, and Lance Stroll is out, Kelly Mayer and Andrea Kimi Antonelli. So our rivals in Williams are out. That is good because, guys, honestly, Williams, even in Spain they were so fast, but right now they are very slow. They are, I think, higher in the racing index than us, but they are not performing that good. So here again, guys, into the first lap of Q3 on a new set of tires. Obviously this time I thought let's just do a new set, because on inters just doing a one lap doesn't hurt that much. So here we are using everything we have through store, taking it easy, not pushing too much. Let's just see where we end up in, and through the maggots and baggage, taking it easy. Look at that, guys, we are just pushing ourselves now. Now I know where the grip is. I am using every single curb and racing track I can use, because I know where the performance is, where the performance and grip is. So that's why through Brooklands, look at that, guys, even though my car is not stable, I am able to extract time even a little bit. We are extracting everything here, so using every time of battery into the final sector, taking the curb a little bit closer this time to open up the village corner. And look at that, guys, we are pushing 100% here, using every bit of battery now. Race to the line. Let's see where we end up with everything gained, and we go only P7. Okay, so that's not really an amazing time, but guys, we can do something. So for the final lap here we are, and let's just start with 10 seconds remain. We are going to be using every bit of battery we can, and look at that, guys, at the start we are not gaining any time, but that doesn't matter, guys, because we are going to gain that time very easily. And through the final, well, the first chicane, not the final chicane, now we have gained a 10. So through maggots and, well, Beckett's and maggots, not maggots and maggots, we have gained a purple first sector with 2.5 seconds tenths gain. And through, look at that, guys, just a little too rough on the corners this time, but guys, it doesn't matter to me because we are gaining time even after we are being so fast, because we are being rough. I do not understand how that's happening, but it is happening. So we, after the second sector, have gained 7.5 tenths. Let's see where we end up now through the final sector, final chicane here, going a little bit wide. That is not going to cost us too much, because we are through the final section, through village. We lost 2 tons there, but it doesn't matter now, because we are through the final sector and we are losing, and we have lost 3 tons, guys. We have lost everything. We have lost all the times. We lost around 6 tons out of the final sector, and that is going to hurt us, because look at that, if we had kept that time we should have been P4. But alas, guys, these things happen. We have to just push past this. So let's just go and do something about it, and we are going into the race with Ayrton Senna in pole and Charles Leclerc into P2.
Welcome to not only the home of British motorsport, but also the birthplace of the Formula One World Championship. It's race day here at Silverstone, a classic on the calendar, and it's time for the British Grand Prix. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Ayrton Senna lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Lando Norris and Crawford, Russell, Piastri, Sainz and Mark Webber, Mayer, Bortoletto, Andrea Kimi Antonelli and Gasly, Hulkenberg, Stroll, Alex Albon and Liam Lawson, Behrman, Pepe Marti, Doohan and Yuki Tsunoda rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comment, Anthony Davidson. Hello. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
So here we are in the British GP in reverse, and we have medium to hards, a difficult strategy for me. But I think we can do it. Obviously, guys, the personalized strategy is saying to go on a 2-stop strategy. But we are not going to be doing that with 5 lights. And here we go for the first British reverse GP. And everyone gets a good start. But we are trying to overtake everyone. And we go around the outside of the Russell, Lando Norris. And we have taken in P3. And look at that, still going side by side with George Russell. But that was Lando Norris, but we have stayed in front of them and we have went from P7 to P3, and look at that amazing start for us. Lewis Hamilton was trying to cover off George Russell, and because of that both of them lost time there and we went a lot wide there. But coming on to the track, we were able to keep the position and no illegal overtakes because we were able to overtake all of the cars before we went out of the track. And look at that, guys, through the Stowe corner, and this is what I was talking about. There is no pace for us in Stowe because it's a blind corner and it gets very difficult to when to do anything about it. So here we are through Beckett and Mackett, and look at that, guys, because I did the whole qualifying in wets, it is taking me a little bit time to adjust to the grip we have on these medium tires, so that's why I am getting a little bit first. But guys, that doesn't really going to hurt us too much, so we will be able to get that performance back. So
okay, Senna's ahead of you, and the time last lap 1 minute 33.4. Okay, gap ahead 3.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop.
So I was obviously just trying to know if Senna, what is he doing, and if he's doing a 1 stop, and it looks like he will be only doing a 1 stop. That is going to hurt us, guys, because at the end of lap 2 starting lap 3, guys, we have no pace. We are almost 7 seconds behind Lando Norris, George Russell, behind Charles Leclerc and Ayrton Senna. 7 seconds now, and there goes Lando Norris with the help of DRS going side by side with him, but we will be the one who takes from him, and we have overtaken him, obviously cutting across the track, not too much, and that's why we were able to get ourselves back into P3. And it looks like, guys, it's going to be a difficult race because on lap 3, and that was Lando Norris who pushes us wide, tried to went side by side through through Cops, and it did not work, and because of that Lando Norris will try to overtake us, but we through the inside, and he locks up through Brooklands through the inside. We went on him and he locked up, and because of that we are through. And obviously George Russell is now fighting with Lando Norris. That is going to give us some breathing space, but not now because George Russell has overtaken Lando Norris, and we need to keep ourselves in front of him, and we have gone a little bit wide through the loop and through village. and George Russell is keeping up with us, and that is annoying, guys, because obviously these guys are much faster than us, and we are right now the 6th best car on the grid. And look at that, guys, now I'm getting the groove of it a little bit better, but still, guys, I'm very slow, and because of that, George Russell again with the help of DRS trying to overtake us, but we with the superior grip right now have able to break in front of George Russell and stayed in front of him. Obviously, guys, it's going to get difficult and difficult from now on, because on lap 7 starting lap 8 the tires, I do not understand how it was, my front right was just crying a little bit too much. And look at that, guys, every other tire is 54%, 43%, but my right front is just too want to do anything, and because of that now I am losing so much performance. But here is George Russell who has overtaken us, and obviously Hamilton tried to overtake us, but we push him wide a little bit, and because of that Lando Norris will be the one fighting with him, and we have stayed now in front of these guys. But George Russell has overtaken us, and we are now going from a one-stop start to a two-stop start. Obviously I really wanted to do a one-stop strategy, but guys, it's a little too difficult, and even at the end I chose the one-stop strategy to pit on lap 10. Obviously I thought, you know what, if I can do just one more lap, I will be able to get myself till at the end of lap 10, so I might be able to, at the end of lap 9 I might be able to get myself to 16 laps on those hard tires. So on lap 9 there is Norris trying to overtake us, but we have done it, guys. That has happened. It has finally happened. My right front has gone, guys. My right front has gone, and everyone is now going to get in front of us. Obviously people behind me did pit, so they are just a little bit too far. Obviously, guys, we are just going to crawl. I am just crawling here. Look at that, guys. Even Sainz, who did pit, have just now overtaken me. So we have lost 24 seconds to all the car behind me. Obviously I am not even talking about the top 2 who just checked out. They were, I think, 30 seconds in front of me. That's how fast they were in just 9 laps, and that's how slow I was. I just do not understand how my front right was just so worn, and it's not even like I was trying to go side by side with any drivers. I did not. There were barely any moments where I went side by side with these drivers.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go. Perfect job.
So I do not understand what the performance loss was there. I just, guys, do not understand. This race have been such a crazy, such a weird race for me. I am losing 2 to 3 seconds to the top cars. I know I am slow. I am slow than, McLaren and Red Bull, because they have checked out in the racing index, but to be that slow to a Ferrari is a little crazy. So on lap 12, look at that, guys, Ayrton Senna and Charles Leclerc, they are 26 seconds in front of everybody. So we are here on those on hard tires. We are trying to go till the end, because I thought, you know what, if I have to, I will pit on the soft tires. Before that I am just keeping up on these hard tires as long as I can. So that's why, guys, I kept on from lap 15, lap 16, lap 17.
Okay, gap ahead, 24.9 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards.
Obviously a little bit of a weird message, but it doesn't matter, guys, because we are right now using every bit of hard tires we can to catch up to the people in front. And obviously I did catch up to them, but they are now pitting. So I decided, let's just go into the pits, and we are also going to pit for the next 9 lap stint on a new set of soft tires. Obviously we did not use any in the qualifying, so I might as well use them in the race, because, guys, the race has gone down the ditch after that big puncture for us. Obviously we can't do anything about it because it happened. The confusing thing was that every other tire was under 60% worn. There was only one single tire which was around 80%, 80 to 83% when it actually went kaput. So that's why we decided to not take the gamble on the soft tires, guys. I went on to hards, and because of that, Jack Doohan tried to overtake us, and he did overtake us, but we went side by side with him using all the battery I had. But I decided that he is just a little bit too fast, and because of that we went through the inside because I had the pace, but we got an illegal overtake. That's why I let Jack Doohan by, because I knew, guys, that if I can keep up with Jack Doohan, who is on a used set of hard tires, we can overtake him. So on lap 19, after a whole one lap, we got an amazing run on Jack Doohan, and we went through the inside. Obviously we did not really push him wide, he just went wide on himself because he saw us coming and he thought, if I'm not moving out, I might crash. So that's why we went out, and there we are with Charles Leclerc, and that was Oscar Piastri. And Oscar Piastri is not only slow, he has parked up on the old pit straight, and he has done it. He has DNF, and that might not be a good thing for these guys, because I think we might be able to get something, and we have gotten a safety car. So on lap 22 we have a safety car, and at the end, guys, I went into the pits at the last possible moment. I thought, you know what, let's just go on to the soft tires. We will get a lot more performance out of those tires, and in the last 2 to 3 lap sprint, even a 1 lap sprint will be enough to get at least P11 or P12. That will kind of save face for us. So that's why I went on to the new set of soft tires, and we go out. Let's just see what we can do on these tires. Obviously we can push from here, and our pit stops are getting better. Very less amount of mistakes in the pit stop, so that is a good thing for us. So again, going off the track, and that time we got a warning. But here on lap 24, guys, I do not understand that we did not even catch up to the safety car, and Charles Leclerc already went out, and here is Hamilton, who was in P4, Lando Norris P5, and Callum Mayer P6, and Max Verstappen P7. So not even the top 10, only the top 3 actually were able to catch up to the racing pack in behind the safety car, and because of that I am, look at that, guys, 8 seconds behind Antonelli and Jack Doohan. So I just do not understand, guys. This race has just went out of my head. It was out of syllabus, but at the end, guys, Charles Leclerc was the one who was able to win the British GP at the end in the reverse too, and Ayrton Senna was the one who got himself an amazing P2, and George Russell P3, obviously, because he was able to catch up to the car in front. And on lap 25, guys, just 1 lap after we went, I just did not understand that I even got lapped. I do not know. I did not even know I got lapped. That's how crazy this race was. There was no information in this race. Everything was just not going properly.
He wins.
It was a joy to watch today, honestly, because the driver was clearly able to read the conditions well on track, to use the information properly from the team, and usually come up with the right solution at the right time.
We had drama from start to finish, but in the end, there was only ever one that could take that top spot. And who gets to take the top step of the podium? Yes, it is I, Leclerc, Charles Leclerc on top.
Honestly, guys, the most confusing race ever for me. Not only I did not have the pace after we went on the new tires, after getting a puncture, I just was nowhere. And even not only that, guys, I just did not even know when I got lapped. I do not even know when the safety car started, even before catching up to the whole grid. We started the safety car, which was honestly really crazy. So Ayrton Senna, guys, has taken the lead, and he stays in the lead with Charles Leclerc, who is now into P3, and Yuki Tsunoda is in P7. So for us, this is the main goal. We are P5, Williams in P6. So guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.